Video 5, segment 5, emotions are creating something. There is an expanded versions, if you will, in audio form. But we wanted to share the little sort of tidbits of information. We know that ones are very busy in their busy world. We know that, especially social media going through, don't have time, 30 seconds or less. But we cannot fit in our expansive, insightful wisdom in 30 seconds or less, unless we say, love is the answer. And it is. Love is the answer to all things. And it is. It is not always easy to feel loving. It is not always easy to live in the state of love. But love is who you truly are. Your authentic self is love. Tracy has moved aside to allow the gifts of mediumship, if you will, flow through her collective consciousness, source energy, sharing how ones can feel better than perhaps one is feeling. All the sharing in Tracy's world, she'll say it's like having a conversation with the heavens above. It is all a sharing of love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. Compassion towards oneself, kindness towards oneself, forgiveness to oneself, love towards oneself. Love is the answer. For love is forgiveness, and love is compassion, and love is kind. It is difficult when you are traveling upon Mother Earth and you see the world through your own experiences or the experiences of others, to find a loving place. If you watch the evening news, it would be hard to fall in love. So many do not express love towards oneself. Getting dressed in the morning, the condemning that happens. Throughout the day, the condemning that happens towards oneself. How are you speaking to yourself this day? What are you sharing with yourself this day? You can beat upon yourself and certainly be kind to another. Certainly be kind to another. And then spend time beating upon oneself. And so often, if you are beating upon yourself, it is difficult to find a space of love, compassion, and kindness towards another, because it just doesn't feel good. Most times it feels resentful. Well, of course they're happy. They have everything. They're not living my life. Look at how they look. Look at what they drive. Look at their job. Look at their family. Look at their spouse. Fill it in. Oh, of course they're happy. They have everything. They're not me. Love towards oneself. Love is the answer. And even Tracy, and we say even because there are times where she does feel angry at things, at life, at people, if you will. Fill it in. There are times where she is frustrated and hurt, and she has received unkind words, trying to create peace on the planet. Not everyone wants to hear the message. We'll just say it that way, gently. Not everyone believes in mediumship. Many would consider all this to be very loopy. And so when Tracy takes that to heart, she has to truly find the space to remind herself that love is the answer. It is in every book ever has been written by Tracy through the gifts of mediumship. The books are written to be found, to be shared. They are all shared freely. Sharing insights and wisdom on how you can feel better than you are feeling. And it is not a promotion, not at all. Tracy will say herself, the book was written for me. I was feeling awful. I lost my way. I feel less than. I'm the one the book was written for. So if nobody ever read the book, she understands. She received the message, but she wants to share the message because if she was feeling that way, she is more than certain others would feel the same way. Life experience. You do not walk in someone else's shoes. So why even bother judging if one's truly don't know what another has lived? Why judge? And why judge yourself? Place it down. Place judgment down. Hold love for oneself. Hold compassion for oneself and others. Kindness to oneself and others. Love to oneself and others. The planet, animals, Mother Earth. Be kind to Mother Earth. Where do you stand, Mother Earth? Think about your arrival to Mother Earth and what a miracle it is. But so many can't even see themselves as the miracle they are. Tracy will say, a miracle. I do believe in miracles. I have received miracles. I am speaking with the heavens. Collective consciousness can find a way to use my voice, my mind, my hands to speak, to share. That's a miracle. But there are days where she forgets that she is also the miracle. Every soul upon Mother Earth is. Just if you ponder your physical being, how did you get here? Would it not be a miracle? You are a miracle, creating miracles. The video segments were to remind ones that emotions are creating something. What are you creating in your world? What are you creating? Happiness creates happiness. Anger, if not placed down, will create more anger. Place down the things you do not want to hang on to. Release the shackles that you are tied. You are tied. Free yourself. Love is freedom. Free yourself. Feel better. And ones will say, what are you talking about? I couldn't get out of bed this morning. Feel better? What is this? If you felt like I did, you wouldn't be asking me to feel better. It is understood. We are asking that you choose how long you carry it for. Some people carry unwanted words, something that happened in the playground. Someone said unkind words, horrible, harsh words. And if someone were to say to you, you should have left it exactly where it was delivered, walked away from it. But it is so easy and natural to pick it up and hang on to it, and it sits in your heart, and then it becomes who you are. What if someone that day were to say to you, you don't have to carry it. Place it down. Place it where you found it. Understand the one delivering the unkind words was not loving themselves. How could they possibly love you? Just ponder those words. And we say it gently. But it doesn't only happen in the playground. Ones are unkind to themselves often throughout the day. Always scolding, always condemning, always comparing with another, judging. Place it down. If you would like relief, place it down. Peace in your heart, is it possible? Yes, it is. Peace in the mind, is it possible? Yes, it is. That is the message we are wanting to convey. It's all a choice. It doesn't feel like a choice. We understand. But what if you saw it as a choice? And what if you understood you could place it down? What if you could free yourself this very day and hold only love in your heart? Is it possible? What if you understood that you are a miracle, here for great reason and grand purpose? How would your day look? There is great love for you. Thank you. Thank you.